right into Matthew chapter 2. Visitors from the East. Jesus was born in Bethlehem in Judea during the reign of King Herod. About that time, some wise men from eastern lands arrived in Jerusalem asking, "Where is the newborn King of the Jews? We saw his star as it rose, and we have come to worship him." King Herod was deeply disturbed when he heard this, as was everyone in Jerusalem. He called a meeting of the leading priests and teachers of religious law and asked, "Where is the Messiah supposed to be born?" "In Bethlehem in Judea," they said, "for this is what the prophet wrote. And you, O Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, are not least among the ruling cities of Judah, for a ruler will come from you, who will be the shepherd for my people, Israel." Then Herod called for a private meeting with the wise men, and he learned from them the time when the first star appeared. Then he told them, "Go to Bethlehem and search carefully for the child, and when you find him, come back and tell me so that I can go and worship him too." After this interview, the wise men went their way, and the star they had seen in the east guided them to Bethlehem. It went ahead of them and stopped over the place where the child was. Then they saw the star. They were filled with joy. They entered the house and saw the child with his mother Mary, and they bowed down and worshipped him. Then they opened their treasure chests and gave him gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. When it was time to leave, they returned to their own country by another route, for God had warned them in a dream not to return to King Herod. They escaped to Egypt. After the wise men were gone, an angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream. "Get up, flee to Egypt with the child and his mother," the angel said. "Stay there until I tell you to return, because Herod is going to search for the child to kill him." That night Joseph left for Egypt with the child and Mary, his mother, and they stayed there until Herod's death. This fulfilled what the Lord had spoken through the prophet, "I called my son out of Egypt." Herod was furious when he realized that the wise men had outwitted him. He sent soldiers to kill all the boys in and around Bethlehem who were 2 years old and under, based on the wise men's report of the star's first appearance. Herod's brutal action fulfilled what God had spoken through the prophet Jeremiah. A cry was heard in Ramah, weeping in great mourning. Rachel weeps for her children, refusing to be comforted, for they are dead. The return to Nazareth. When Herod died, an angel of the Lord appeared in a dream to Joseph in Egypt. "Get up," the angel said. "Take the child and his mother back to the land of Israel, because those who are trying to kill the child are dead." So Joseph got up and returned to the land of Israel with Jesus and his mother. But when he learned that the new ruler of Judea was Herod's son Archelaus, he was afraid to go there. Then, after being warned in a dream, he left for the region of Galilee. So the family went and lived in a town called Nazareth. This fulfilled what the prophets had said: "He will be called a Nazarene." So that was Matthew chapter 2. Again, if you'd like to read more in depth about my ideas behind this chapter, you can visit the link that leads to my blog below. In general, I just like to say what stood out to me the most in this was Joseph and Mary's complete faith in God. I think for me, I've always been filled with so much doubt, and that's been difficult to overcome. But I think as humans that we are always doubting, we're always fearful, and I'm not sure that that's something that's going to change. It's just something we have to deal with and work through step by step. But Joseph and Mary, they had a newborn child, and this child is the Son of God, as I've been told, and they're having these dreams that are telling them commands. And just to have the faith to listen and to know that this is God speaking to you and it's not of your own accord, it's not your own mind, is so powerful. Joseph had a dream and he knew, I need to move my entire family, my newborn baby and my wife who I love, to another country where we don't know anyone and it's probably dangerous and it's hard to get there. And he trusted God, that God was going to lead him and provide through all of that. And then an angel came and told him to go back. But he just listened. He just listened and he obeyed God's commands. And in turn, he saved the Son of God Jesus, who was then going to go on to save the world, which I think is so powerful. And I pray that that I and other people watching this video, other people in general, can just have that kind of faith, to just listen and know that this is God's plan and this is what he wants for you. And you may not be able to see the end result of what you're doing, but what you're doing is not in vain and it is important. Thanks for watching. Until next time.